Alright, I've created a video that does systems of linear equations, and we're going to use the substitution method. So this video is just to show you how to do just the substitution method. Alright, the first thing I want to do is I always want to try to use I have to pick an equation, the one I want to start with. And when I do this, I want to sorry, I'm trying to multitask here. And so the first thing I do is pick an equation. Alright, and I want to pick one that I can solve for x or solve for y. Now, one of the neatest tricks that I can tell you is I would always pick one with a variable that doesn't have a number on it. So find an equation that does not have a number on it, and you can see that x here does not truly have a number on it. It has 1. So we're going to do this one. If we do the ones without a number, solve for that, then we'll avoid fractions. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract both sides. I want to get my variable by itself, and so I'm going to subtract both sides by 2y. This becomes a zero pair, and so I bring down my x, and oh, I forgot my y, didn't I? And so then I'm going to say 2. Well, I didn't want to use that color either. It's not touching. All right, it's 2 minus 2y. Now all of this equals x. Now I'm going to take the other equation, and that is 5x. I'm going to do it in black as well. 5x minus 3y equals a negative 29. Now I'm going to take this x value and I'm going to plug it into that x right there, and I'm going to have to multiply 5 to it. So this is going to be 5, and then I'm going to say open parentheses 2 minus 2y close parentheses, and then minus 3y equals a negative 29. A lot of people forget the negative 3y. Once they plug the x in, they forget about the rest of it. You got to bring down the other stuff as well. Now we're going to distribute, so I'm going to multiply 5 times 2 and then take 5 and multiply it to the other guy. And so when I do, I get 5 times 2 is 10 minus 5 times a negative 2y makes it a negative 10y, and then I have 3y equals a negative 29. Now I'm going to combine like terms, so if you kind of see right here I have an equal to, and that's like what we talk about in class, like it being a tennis court. And on the tennis court net, we want to combine anything that has the same terms. And remember, a term is where it has the same letter. So if you look here, I have a negative 10y and a negative 3y. Now this is where a lot of kids mess up. They'll say it's 7y, and it's not 7y. It's negative and a negative, which, you know, if you put it in your calculator, you'll find out it's not 7. Alright, so I'm going to rewrite this. This is going to be 10, and a minus 10 and a minus 3 is a minus 13y equals a negative 29. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it, the negative 10 to both sides, and since I'm running out of room, I'm going to go to another page. And I'm just going to start off by writing 10 negative 13y equals a negative 29. So that way we have what we left off. Alright, now I'm going to subtract 10 to both sides. This becomes a zero pair. I bring down my negative 13y equals a negative 29, and a negative 10 is not 19, it's negative 39. Alright, now I can ask myself, what's my variable? Remember, we want y by itself. So what's my variable? My variable is y. It's being multiplied by negative 13, so the opposite is divide both sides by negative 13. Negative 13 divided by negative 13 is 1, so we have y equals And then when we take negative 39 divided by 13, we get 3. Alright, so my y value is 3. Alright, now remember what we're doing here. If we go back to the other page, we found that our x value here, I'm going to highlight, our x value equals 2 minus 2y. So I'm going to go back and write that down. So x equals 2 minus 2y. Alright, now that we found y, we're going to take this y and we're going to plug it into that equation over there. So this is what it looks like. X equals 2 minus 2, and remember, we're going to put 3 in for y, because that's what it says here, y equals 3. Alright, so x equals 2, and negative 2 times 3 is a negative 6, and so x equals a negative 4. Alright, if you look here, we have our x and y values. Remember, there's 3 solutions. One is single point where they meet in the middle. Then there's an infinite set where you have one line and then you have another line on top of that. They're the exact same line. Alright. And then there's the one where they're parallel. You may have a line like this, and then you may have a line that's parallel to it. That's no solution, or empty set. So this is single point. This is infinite set, means they touch more than once. And this is no solution, it means they're parallel. Alright, and as you can tell, we have an x and y value. So our solution is a single point solution. That means it's touching like this right here. We have a line that's going this way, and we have a line that's going this way. Alright? And they intersect right there, and according to this, it's at 3, negative 4. That's our answer. So it's a single point solution, and they intersect at 3, negative 4.